Today we're going to be making soap. We're actually going to be making our Bliss soap, and I have assembled all of our ingredients and we'll go through them a little bit. We've got our lye vinegar, which is very important to this whole process, and then we have our oils here and our fragrances, and we use a digital scale to weigh our oils and lye and water and everything else. And of course we need a temperature taker for to make sure that our product is at the right temperature, which is 110 degrees. So we'll go through this step by step and show you how it's done. First thing that we need to do before we do anything else is we need to put some vinegar in a cup, because the vinegar is a neutralizer for the lye. So as we go through this process, we're going to need to neutralize the lye so that we don't burn ourselves. We also use rubber gloves in this whole process, and we use safety glasses, because if you get this stuff on you, it will burn. So that's this. This is very, see, household lye, 100% lye drain opener. So okay, I'm going to get my gloves on and my glasses, and we're going to get started. So here we have our honey wine and water mixture, and you want to use a rubber spatula with a plastic handle with this. So we're going to add our lye, which we have measured out in a plastic container over here. So let's go ahead and do that. You want to be really careful when you're adding this, okay? Because it's a bugger. Also, one other thing you want to remember is you might want to do this over by your stove fan, because it does steam, and it has fumes that can be a little noxious. So go ahead and do it over at your stove. What you're going to do is you just stir this in really good till it looks like it's getting dissolved, and then it's going to be really hot. So it's strange because we started out with really cold liquids, and this is going to get super hot, around 200 degrees, like instantly, and it will burn you. So be very careful at this stage, well, at every stage of the game. As you can see, I'm wearing my rubber gloves. And you should always wear long sleeves, and make sure that you're well covered. Put an apron on. I don't usually, because I'm just that silly, but I have used, when I was using my boat motor at the final stages, I wasn't wearing an apron and it splashed up on me and kind of ruined my clothes, but that's alright. Live and learn. But anyway, so you should probably be wearing an apron when you're doing this. So we're going to let that start to cool down, and basically I come back and I check it every 10 minutes or so until it gets down to 110 degrees, and while I'm waiting, I go ahead and melt my oils. So that's the next part. we have our oils in the pan, the harder oils, and we're melting them down right now. And see over here, here's the honey wine water mixture, and you'll notice that the color has changed and it's clear. So this is this step of the process. So now we're checking the temperature of our lye mixture, and it's just about at 130 degrees, and so we have to wait for it to get down to 110. So what you're going to do when you dip it in the lye mixture, you're going to dip it right into your vinegar right afterwards. And just before you dip it into anything else, you're going to rinse off your thermometer to make sure that you don't have any of that vinegar residue on there. Okay? We're ready now to add our lye mixture, our lye, water, and honey wine to the oil. And you always, when you're working with lye, you add the lye to liquid. Never add liquid to lye. Okay? So this is a very important step, because this is how the soap gets its bubbles. And you don't have soap without lye, ever. Okay? So there we go. We just mix it a little bit to kind of get it going. And carefully place this on a paper towel beside where you're working. And then I get my trusty immersion blender and we start to blend. See how it changes color almost immediately? And this is about when I add my scents and whatnot. So I'm going to add that now. It's getting thick, almost like a runny pudding. That's about what you want to see. A lot of people go past this to thicker. It gets thick pretty quick. And you can do this by hand. You don't have to use an immersion blender, but it'll take you forever. Okay, so that part's done. And now we're going to go put it in the mold. So here we have our mold all prepared. We've got freezer paper lined inside the mold so that we can get the soap out afterwards. So here we go. We're just going to pour it in. And you can level it out a little bit at this point. You can also make designs in it if you want. A lot of people get really fancy pants about it, you know, and you can do anything you want. As it sets, it'll get thicker and harder, and you can make all kinds of designs in the soap if you want to. So, but that's the process, and we will check in on it later on. What you're going to see is the center here will get a lot darker as it starts to cook, and it'll stay warm too. You can put this in a box and cover it with a towel to get the heat moving, but you want to be careful when you do it the first time. With certain scents, the soap will actually crack right down the middle, and it's getting too hot. So you want to take it out. If that happens, you want to take it out and put it in the freezer or in the refrigerator to get that to stop cracking, and then it's fine. But it's just you want to watch how it processes so that you know if it's getting too hot. You really don't want to do that. See how cute that is? Look at that. It's a little fancy pants stuff. So there you go. We'll check in on it in a little bit, and you'll see how the center turns color. Okay? See, we're in the Sleepy Time box for the soap now, and it's starting to get a little darker around those little splooshes that I made, the little designs that I made in the soap. You see the little bit of darkness in there. So as that continues to cook, it'll get even more dark, and that's kind of the cooking process. So that's soap making. I'm going to put this soap back to bed, and I just cover it up with the box covers, and I put a blanket on, I mean not a blanket but a towel on the top, and then it's going to bed now. So that's how we make soap. Okay, thanks. Have a great day.